Good day, fellow scapers. My name's Deck, but please call me Hobo, and welcome back to my channel. So, with double experience fast on its way, I thought I would release a short video on some essential items that are vital to getting easy experience points and also renewable experience points. First up on the list is something you may have already heard of, and that is this spicy little item called Brooch of the Gods. Now, the Brooch of the Gods is an amazing skilling support tool that has a swath of different uses. Firstly, like its necklace counterpart, the Grace of the Elves, you get divine blessings, which in this instance will grant components. However, that's not actually its biggest use. This brooch is like no other, and it can offer massive buffs in a variety of different skills. For example, it can store up to 1,000 urns for each of the following skills: cooking, divination, farming, fishing, hunter, mining, runecrafting, smithing, and woodcutting. On top of this, it's also super useful in the sense that it will summon partially used urns into your inventory, so you don't even have to worry about including one of them into your preset. It can also store a variety of different effigies for additional experience. That is not all this brooch has to offer though, as it will also double the chance of a skilling station proccing. These skilling stations include fire making, cooking, crafting, fletching, herblore, smithing, and construction. So for me, I've personally recently used this when I was crafting my urns in the first place. Next up is also crafting and urn related, and that is an item called the Artificer's Measure. While it has a bunch of different uses, such as getting better harmonic dust rates from Prifddinas, it also has an incredible benefit. It has a 5% chance to duplicate your urns and also blown glass. So if you have a stack of robust or crystal glass, or you need more urns, it is definitely worthwhile getting this item, as it will help you save money and also increase your ability to get more experience. Now, I've spoken about urns. It's time for you to get some if you haven't already. Simply put, urns will increase your experience rate by 20%. They work by being filled up with the experience that you gather, and then when you've filled up the urn, it will be sent off and grant you an additional 20% lump sum of experience. This is fantastic for skills that are either very, very costly or very slow to train. I'm looking for this, particularly at Gatherer's skills and runecrafting. Gatherer's skills typically are very slow to train, whilst albeit not very expensive, and the same goes for runecrafting. Smithing, however, can be exceptionally quick to train. However, it can also be very expensive if you're using burial equipment. Now, that being said, the smelting urn is not able to be used when you are actually smithing an item, and instead is only used when you're smelting bars or alternatively using corrupted ore. So this is a way to make very cheap methods much quicker in experience production. Speaking of extra experience, let's talk about Torstal incense sticks. Now, they grant by themselves an additional 0.5% increase to your experience gain. However, this is very small by itself, but when you overload them and use 4, you are then granted a 2% buff to your experience gain. If you're going to be doing something that is exceptionally expensive to train, but is super quick, it's definitely worthwhile ensuring that you have this active, especially for things like prayer, herblore, or construction. Now, the next item is technically 3 items working together as one. We spoke previously around the Brooch of the Gods, but also another item to have is the Grace of the Elves. On top of having uses like free teleports to skilling locations, it also grants blessings which can hit the rare drop table. Now, if you're like me and you enjoy AFKing, I would advise using both of these in conjunction with the Spirit Attraction Potion. Now, the Spirit Attraction Potion will automatically collect all of these blessings for you, so you get free components and an opportunity to hit the rare drop table whilst you're AFKing. Now, I will say this is a low priority item. It is, however, nice to have, especially if you are going to be AFKing this double experience. The next item on the list is for AFKers and mobile players alike. If you're planning on training smithing this double experience weekend, it will absolutely be worthwhile having some corrupted ore ready to go. Now, I don't plan on doing 4 hours of sweaty skilling every day during double experience, so I need something that I can do whilst watching TV and having this on in the background. So this is going to be ideal. It also helps reduce costs, as burial equipment is very expensive. Editing Hobo here, using all 4 of his eyes to look for more people to join Team Rugged. Now, if this is the kind of content that you enjoy and want to see more, let YouTube know you like my stuff by liking my stuff. Consider following me on Twitter. I'll pop a link down in the description. Just so you know, I stream most Fridays and upload videos weekly, but enough of the guff. Back to the video. Let's take a trip to about 2 minutes ago when I was talking about urn production. If you're going to be doing this, remember to use an elemental battle staff to imbue your urns with. You will save money on runes and also leave yourself with more inventory space to increase production. If you, like me, don't enjoy rune crafting at all and want to save it for double experience weekends, for the love of God, don't forget your power burst of sorcery. This powerful item has a single use when it's drank for 10 seconds. It will double your rune creation, and it can only be used every couple of minutes, but will effectively double your soul rune output, therefore double your experience on top of your double experience weekend. Now, item number 9 is a little bit generic, but remember to get all of your skilling outfits ready for double experience. They all grant niche bonuses, which can really benefit you when it comes to experience gain. If you haven't got yours yet, do what you can to start collecting the fragments because you don't have long left. Now, my strategy to get to all 120s in the next year does not in any way include a plan for running around Anachronia for the next 6 months to train agility. I would advise you have some Silverhawk boots, some Silverhawk feathers, and some Silverhawk down ready to go when you don't have a chosen activity that requires a skilling outfit. Agility by itself is very click intensive, and for me, I plan to feed my experience gauge on hopes, dreams, feathers, and lamps. A Silverhawk feather will effectively grant you the equivalent of a small experience lamp, so make sure, if you haven't already, to go and get your Silverhawk boots from Diango today. But that's it for this video. Like I said previously, if you did, by all means, like the video and consider subscribing to my channel, because this tips video is done. So hopefully you enjoyed it, but for now, I'll have to catch you on the double experience weekend on my next Runescape misadventure. So please, happy scaping.